Hi guys, so I just wanted to pop on. Following yesterday's video about dealing with the darkness, obviously this is becoming a theme, which I think is absolutely fabulous. And each day I'm being shown another level of it. So yesterday was all about that it's okay to be in the darkness, and it's okay to feel like you're going insane. It's fine. It's all good. And it's a process, and we need to become more of an observer to see the process from a different perspective. So if we can cause that shift while we're going through something, and it could be anything, it could be the loss of a loved one, it could be the loss of a job, it could be a marriage breaking up, it could be that you just feel like shit, and that is absolutely fine as well. And that you just don't know what is going on with me. How do I get myself out of this? And this is all perfectly normal. And I think the best thing that I can actually tell you is don't try and force yourself out of it. Don't try and force yourself to be happy. Don't try and force yourself to feel something that's not there yet, because by doing that you're just going to continue to go down. So the best thing to do is actually allow it to happen. I know. Take your hands off the reins. Stop trying to force things. Stop trying to control things, because this is the whole point. The reason that you are feeling such a paradigm is because you literally are being told you can't continue like this. Changes need to be made. Are you going to make these changes? Well, if you're not, the universe is going to force you to do so. So the actual process of being in the dark for a while is good. It is good. Number one, it shows that you've got things within you that need to be released. Number two, it gives you downtime. It gives you a break. Now, just recognize what I'm saying here. When you are feeling shitty, you don't really want to do anything. You don't apologies, that's Oliver stamping his feet. You don't really want to do anything. You don't really want to get dressed, put your makeup on, put yourself out into the world. And you sort of go into a reclusive pattern. And this is good, because this gives you the time to process what you need to let go of. What you should do in that point is ensure that you are witnessing the process and not becoming of the feelings. That's hard to do. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's hard to do, because when you're going through it all, it's so easy to just succumb to it. And my life is terrible. Yeah, it's not easy to become an observer rather than a doer, rather than what is being done to that person. If you do manage to do that, and it could literally just be one day, you could just say, why is this happening? What do I need to do? What do I need to let go of? You will notice that there becomes a shift in how you feel. The other thing is, sometimes we just have to let go of stuff that we have accumulated over the years. And if you think that you have picked up a bag of luggage every single time something has happened, every single time you've been beaten down, every single time you have failed at something, or you perceive to have failed at something, every single time your parents maybe told you that you weren't good enough, you've carried this luggage around with you all the time. So when we do go into these darker reclusive times, it's to enable us to just take the bags off one by one. It's one by one, guys. It's not all at once. It's one by one. And it'll be something that comes up to be released. So it can be an accumulation of events or feelings that need to be released from different times, but they all correlate. So is it to do with forgiveness? Is it to do with judgment? Is it to do with love and allowing love in? Is it to do with anything that's triggering you, why you will react in certain ways? So you will notice that there's a pattern and that there is a common denominator with what you are going through. Now today, my crew actually told me to see the beauty within the darkness. And I was like, And one thing that's been coming up a lot is that it's only when you allow yourself to be vulnerable that you actually receive the answers. And I was speaking to my class about this last week, and it's only when you allow this stillness within you, when you're not always on the go, when you are being a recluse, you are able to be more of a receiver of what you need. The analogy that they have just provided me with is a fish in the big wide sea. And we know in the depths of the seabed there is some beautiful, beautiful coral. But a fish will only know that if they dive so deep to go and see, if they trust that I need to go so far down to see the beauty. And so they will swim down. And obviously this is just a metaphor, but the whole point being that if you actually have the courage to go down deep, to start unloading these bags that you've accumulated over the years, and you take away the fear, but instead feel the beauty, the stillness, the peace of the darkness, and allow yourself to just dive in and dive deep into that, you will find your coral. And I just sat there and I was just like, oh my goodness, to be vulnerable. We're raw. To be vulnerable is like I'm trying to find like an edged, not smooth piece of a crystal. Have you ever dismissed a crystal because it's not tumbled, because it's not smooth? Have you ever dismissed a road on a journey that you're driving down because it's not perfectly tarmacked? So why would you do that to yourself? Don't get me wrong, I've done it to myself. I think I made that abundantly clear yesterday as the point that we're all in this together. And I really want you to know that what you are feeling and what you're going through is actually a stage of transformation. Nobody left this behind in the cave because it was too rough. In fact, they saw the beauty in the edges. And I think that's what we're being asked to do right now, is to take away this polished outer cover and to allow ourselves to literally break free, to be vulnerable, to ask questions, to not have a need to know the answers all the time. So I just wanted to share that with you. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot more coming with regard to this. But let's start seeing the beauty within the darkness, and let's start allowing our beauty from within to come up. Let's see it. Let's embrace it. Let's go and dive deep. I hope that makes sense to everybody. I really, really do. Thank you all so much for hopping on and listening. I would love to hear your feedback. If you have any questions, you can reach me on Facebook, Instagram, my website, theancientpriestess.com. Let me know. Let me know what you're thinking and if this is helping. Okay, so you guys have a great day. I'm going to go have a nice cup of tea, and I will speak to you all very, very soon.